we're doing this today. It's Per Aspera. My understanding of the game is that it is a strategy, city building, maybe survivalish kind of game where you are trying to build a colony on Mars. Now, we've played a game like this before, specifically Surviving Mars, which, not going to tell a lie, that is a very well-named game. And let me adjust this audio real fast. Sorry about that, I forgot to tune my audio bits. Yeah, so I've heard good things about Per Aspera. I know Quill18 was playing it recently. I don't know almost anything about the game. I heard some reviewers in terms of their tweets describe it as like really accessible, really good, clean, want to stay up till 4 in the morning type fun. So I was like, cool, great, let's do it. Archtraz is much more narrative than in Surviving Mars. And you know, I like Surviving Mars quite a bit. New campaign. Alright, way to fulfill a dream conquering Mars without the full hostility of its environment. But don't lay back. It's designed with a challenge in mind. Okay. Huh. You know, I actually think I'm going to play it on normal. It's funny because if there is an action game, I always want it on the highest difficulty. If it's a strategy game, I almost always don't want it on anything except the intended difficulty because there's so much knowledge of the systems that involves understanding what's coming down the pipeline that is represented in the difficulty. So I'm going to go ahead and do normal. Initializing. Also, good morning. I love you. How are you? You beautiful human being, you. W.D. Harris Jr. hanging out for 56 months in a row. Is the game released or early access? I'm pretty sure it's released. I'm pretty sure. My hope, what difficulty am I playing Cyberpunk yet? Whatever the highest one is. And it has been not a challenge at all. It's been very satisfying. Well, let me describe not as a challenge. It hasn't been like, damn, I really got to understand this game at a deep level. It's been like... I'm turning up the volume because it suddenly got real quiet. It was just neat. What? We're in the game. By the way, I just want to check on our volume levels. I'm gonna be fiddling with these. But yeah. Wow, it's just straight into the game. Straight into the game. Look at that. I love it. Ekarusi, happy, 4 years. We're gonna call it 4 years. Thank you. Happy 4-year anniversary. I can't tell what the music volume's gonna be like. I mean, everything's just up and up and up. Alright, let's just continue. Build an aluminum mine. What's this? Worker hub? Aluminum mine. Oh. I have an incoming call from Dr. Foster. Let me build this first. So I don't know what any of this means yet. I don't know what any of this means. Okay, so let's take this incoming call.
Amy, this is ISA Mission Control calling from Earth.
Oh, the music is actually way quieter than the rest of the game. That's really nice. Do you copy? Confirm, chat?
Affirmative, Houston. And the view is marvelous.
Nice.
Oh, we are glad to hear that. Let's get your initialization underway. The primary Mars module has already touched down at the designated landing zone. So it's time for you to take control of the mission. The main directives are displayed on the left edge of your display. Follow them to set up the initial base on Mars' surface.
Alright, great.
Give us time to settle in. When you're ready, go ahead and initiate our terraforming mission. Houston out.
Man, dude, I love that you hit start, and then the game is in the game. You're in the game, and that's it. Let's see. Build a silicon mine. Can I select any of these things? Whoa. What does this button do? Build a silicon mine, build a glass kiln. So let me just talk through what I'm seeing right now. So it looks like here's time and here's gameplay speed. Let me put this on regular. Is this what increases the speed? I don't know what this means. I'm going to leave it back to where it was before. Okay, so we have some time frame. We're already burning through a lot of time. Perfect. Traffic is F1. Power is F2. Nice. You know, one of the things that I love...
The view of Mars from up here is fascinating. The landscape
Let's
is
let
so
them talk for a
cratered
moment.
and desolate. Wait, this is my voice that I am hearing. It's me. I am talking to myself. I must be verbalizing my thoughts as I process them.
This is exactly what it's like to be a
What an
streamer.
interesting function. I would like to test this some more. What other observations can I make about Mars?
Inspiring or attention grabbing, can I? Oh, this is the decision timeout. I like the audio.
I keep marveling at its carmine landscape.
Carmine. Okay, so, let's see. This is traffic. We have one worker and one hub, so this is a landing site. I see. So this is a hub. Okay, cool. This is the power. So, I assume the power works kind of like it does in the... You have a total power supply provided and a total power supply consumed. And it's not like the sort of... because I think that in Factorio, it's actually like simulated with the time and like the rate at which things are consuming power sort of actively eaten. This looks like it's sort of just a passive plus-minus thing. Total structures 2, structures limit. Okay, hubs 1, mines 1. Okay, so this looks like my basic resources. Or basic limiters, I guess I'd say. Aluminum. Current production 1 a month. Potential production, I know what that means. And then current demand, potential demand. I assume there's also going to be some sort of Factorio-esque. I make iron, and because I'm making iron, I use 1 aluminum per turn or whatever. Silicon. You know, at first, because my vision blurred a little bit, I thought it said Billicon. Which, as you know, is the resource that you mine in order to become a billionaire. Alright. Glass? Who gives a shit about glass? Steel. Electronics. Alright, so it looks like I have some basic resources around here. Build a silicon mine. So this looks like it's my... Here's mines. This is cores. Factories. I just gotta say, there's already some stuff UI-wise that it just looks so good. Like, if there's a interface that you are actually interacting with a lot, I think this is really smart to put the indication of what it is when you hover, but then outside of that, it's just the symbol for simplicities. Is the UI a bit blurry for anyone else? Joe Monkey, check to see which feed you're getting. Silicon mine and glass kiln. Alright, silicon mine. I found it. Joe Monkey says disregard I had on 480p. There it is. If you tab out, or if you put Twitch on a background window, it goes to 480p. As a bandwidth saving thing. Glass kiln. Is this a factory? It is. So it looks like I can build this anywhere. Can't build it too close. Let's build it super nearby, huh? And I'm curious, does this... When it shows this link, I wonder if this is power. Active priority, I see. Oh. So right-click is to move around. So this is already looking like a space board game. Oh, holy shit. Oh, and it saves your camera settings as you zoom out? Very nice. Well, wonderful. Various says, I assume you don't want us to tell you anything. I like information providing in this context, but I don't like, Sean, you need to do this and do this, or you'll be fucked when this happens. Because of my opinion on how the game works, that sort of thing. Treatment Joe says it's snowing right now in New York. I'm huddled in my apartment alone, drinking mulled wine and thinking about the year. Loving it. Thanks for everything this year, good sir. You really made it brighter. Much, much love. I'm so happy to hear that, because let's not lie. This year has been an irredeemable jumble of dog shit. And I can zoom in and look at my little stuff in action. Alright, I'm just going to make a statement. I'm going to make a claim right now that I think is really tight. So, I've been thinking about this ever since the following story. Hearthstone comes out as the first big digital-only card game. And when I say big, I mean like capital B-I-G, big, like huge, a big one. The game comes out, and it really takes advantage of the fact that it's digital. It has things like steal a card from your opponent's deck and it doesn't reveal to them, or copy a card in your opponent's deck, or take a card in your hand and get a copy of it, or cast this and summon a random thing. You know, things like this really, 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 really you could feel how important it was for it to be digital, right? And it also had persistent health, persistent damage, as kind of something that if you've played Magic, in Magic, if something has 4 toughness, if it takes 3 damage, at the end of the turn, all the damage just goes away and it's back to 4. So the idea is that it's not its health, it's its toughness, because that's how tough it is. You have to deal that much damage in one fell swoop, or boom, it's done, you know, that sort of thing. But in Hearthstone, if something had 4 health and it took 3 damage, it now has 1 health remaining. So it was really, really fun to play because everything was happening so fast. Your card draws automatically. All the sort of rule stuff is just triggering automatically. And then someone tried to make a physical board game copy as a DIY project of Hearthstone. And, you know, he built the boards and like 3D printed like the taverns and the catapults that you see in Hearthstone. And I had all the creatures with various like health counters on them, and you could place it down. And someone asked, what is it like to play Hearthstone in paper? And the guy said, we played one game and it took like 2.5 hours, and it was a boring game. It just takes fucking forever to track everything. And it was kind of funny. And someone was like, oh man, I'd love to play this. And this guy just kept being like, no, don't. I know it's a cool looking DIY, but don't play it. It sucks. It needs to be digital. And that kind of sparked this whole train of logic, which will eventually lead into this game. Sparked this whole train of logic of like, man, if you look at a lot of the digital games that have been produced, they're very content-based. Super Meat Boys. What are we doing? We digging? Yeah, we're trying to dig on your little pillow. I'm scratching my dog's head. So, a lot of digital games are content-driven. Like Super Meat Boy. Here's the platforming, and then here's level 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And then once you get to level 12, you move on to World 2, and then do level 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Or a Metroidvania-style game, where there's this huge contiguous space. Or an open-world game, where there's 12 cities and 22 towns, and you can wander around everywhere in between them. They're very, very content-driven. And a lot of physical games are very systems-driven. And when I say physical games, I'm talking about something like Settlers of Catan, where the systems are, well, there's dice rolls to get resources, and then there's trading, and then you can use the resources to build stuff, which allows you to get more resources, or gives you special capabilities, or something like Agricola, or Dominion, or, Seven Wonders, whatever. All of these are very, very rules-driven, and the rules create emergent gameplay, and yada, yada, yada. It's tough to have a content-driven board game. There have been content-driven board games. I think it was like 1,000 Arabian Nights or something like this. Had this huge booklet of what would happen at various things. They were all individually written things. All individually written stories that would occur. Maybe it was just called Arabian Nights. I don't remember the name of the game. But what I think is really interesting that got me thinking from this Hearthstone example is using a lot of the cool system-y type behavior in board games that then can be enhanced and smoothed out when translated digitally. I think there's a lot of great inspiration that digital games can take from board gamey type experiences. By automating a whole bunch of number tracking, it can make much more of a player's brain focused on the gameplay as opposed to focused on the tracking. Because I don't know if you ever played Agricola, which is a game that has a ton of different decisions and a bunch of different resources that are growing at various rates. It's really easy to fuck up in that game and go, oh wait, shit, okay, before we end the turn, would you add a stone to this? Wait, there's no stone here. Did you take a stone with your action? Because I thought there should be 3 stone. Oh, you think it should be 2 stone? Oh, man. Yada, yada, yada. And this is kind of the vibe that I'm getting from Per Aspera. Like this look feels very board gamey, just in terms of the aesthetic. Alright, directive, power up, build a solar farm. Alright, cool, we're getting more things. Solar farm. Do I have to build it nearby or far away? I see. Some craters here. Alright, let's just snoogle them up. And I'm immediately getting these vibes, but man, I still so much so. Steel Factory. I'm just getting like strong vibes that this is gonna feel kind of like a board game. So let's see here. I'm just gonna do the stuff that it tells me to do. And one thing that I feel like really helps me learn a lot is problems. Like if there's an enemy that just keeps throwing little daggers at you, and you learn that you can hold your shield and walk up to them. And if you don't hold the shield, you die. And you're like, oh, it's helping me understand. Like, I kind of wish that my power would go out, and then it would show me the power going out and going, uh-oh, power's gone out, time to fix that. Yeah, the name of the game is in the title, should be down there. It's Per Aspera. Alright, let's look at some stuff. So this is... Current production is about... Oh, I actually have... Okay, so 4 looks like is the number of aluminums that I have right now. Or I'm maxing out my aluminum production. The reserves, I assume, is how much is left inside of this thing. Yep, there's 815 there. And then this up is... It looks like I'm using more than I am. Or I'm gaining more than I'm using. Current demand 0.7 a month. Is that because of this? Alright, so let's start looking at some things. This requires... So this is steel. This is aluminum. If I click on this, it does that. I wonder why it's divided like this. To steel... What do you think that... I assume that this is what it produces. Aluminum... Carbon, that shape, is that carbon? Nice. Oh, holy shit. Arakel Grigori says you can also click on those resource numbers on the bottom and left. Quill missed that for about the first 30 hours. Yeah, I must have been watching during that period. Okay, so ignore this. Let's just look at the summaries. Current demand, potential production, current... Alright, so right now I'm just kind of getting used to things. Carter J. Wallace, 104 months in a row. Whoa! 104 months. Thanks for joining us, Carter J. Wallace, for 104 months. Okay, so let's start to understand what's going on here. What is this 98%? Structure integrity? Ah, okay. So because we're on Mars and there's storms, structural integrity is going to dip down over time, huh? So it looks like that 100%... Okay, so I was conflating some things in my mind. 100% does not mean progress here. This number indicates its structural integrity even when it's building. Because this, for a finished building, my brain is like, oh, okay. Structural integrity, 98%, got it. At least I think that's the structural integrity. But this still requires some steel to be produced. Aluminum mine, glass kiln, silicon mine. Alright, so let's look at this. So we're getting a lot of aluminum because we built this aluminum mine. This glass kiln says it needs input. It inputs silicon and outputs glass. I see. So I assume that these are the processed resources, right? These get processed, these get collected or produced in some way. So here's my aluminum mine, great. Here is my silicon mine, great. Where's my iron? Iron mine. We have no iron nearby at all anywhere. Shit. There's iron. Alright, well I'm just going to keep doing what it's telling me to. So is this what the puzzle's supposed to be? I can see that this... No, this glass is going up great. And this dude needs iron, right? Alright, so the circular dial. Okay, cool. Schlafhender says, yo, Sean, how's my man doing tonight? You know, I'm doing okay. I'm only doing okay. I slept on the wrong side of the bed tonight. Or last night. I had a fucking horrible time sleeping. I don't know why. I did everything great.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy?
But I'm happy to be playing this game.
Reading you loud and clear.
Reading loud and clear.
Excellent. I didn't introduce myself earlier.
I'm Troy Baker.
I am Dr. Nathan Foster. I lead the team here at ISA that built you, and I'll be helping you get the mission underway. We put you in hibernation for the trip from Earth, so I'd like to check your basic functions to make sure it's all in order. Why don't we start with your core memory? Can you state your primary directive?
Admit forgetting.
I'm afraid that I cannot.
I am afraid.
It's okay.
How are my basic functions?
Well,
Well,
time to initialize.
I can
In the
eat,
meantime,
drink
you can always
coffee, and
refer
pet
to the mission
cats.
guidelines printed in the
So far,
upper
so
left
good.
corner of your display there. You'll also have a built-in knowledge base. You can always access your operational directives there. All right. Next, I'd like to check your decision-making processes. You may have already noticed that there are resource veins outside the boundaries of your initial base.
Great.
So your workers may not have the battery capacity to reach some of them. How would you solve this problem?
Suggest building worker
Building
hubs?
worker hubs between the resources and the base would solve the problem.
Yes, that's correct. Other buildings would extend your base as well, but they require more power and resources, so worker hubs are the most efficient way to do it. This mission's going to be a challenge. There's a lot that can go wrong. We expect to extend humanity's reach beyond
right.
anything previously achieved.
I would resolve this problem with
You are
money.
not just
That's
any
right.
AI system.
All human
Well
problems are
beyond.
solved with more money.
We made you an artificial consciousness. That means that you have both self-awareness and self-interest. And that is the last thing I would like to check today. Is that okay?
Yes, Dr. Foster.
Very good. Then would you please state a positive and a negative aspect of yourself?
I think a positive is that I'm, like, really patient, but I think that a negative is that I eat when I'm stressed.
I am sorry, Dr. Foster. My cognitive system returned an error searching for that answer.
Roger that. Nothing to worry about.
That's
Just know
common
that your
for
system
people in
requires more
2020.
input and experience to process that question. That will come with time. Let's proceed with the mission. ISA has approved the first crewed flight to Mars. You'll need to expand the base to prepare, so get to work on that. I'll check back in later to see how things are going. Base expansion is a go. Houston out.
Alright. So, here's what I'm gleaning. We have a lot of electricity. I need to get more iron, right? So I'm going to build a worker hub out to here. I see. So if I select this and move my mouse around... Alright, like this. Oh, that's actually cool. Alright, so let's see here. So this is... So my glass... Okay, so let's see. Worker hubs. What do these require? These require steel. What is this? This is aluminum, steel, and... electronics. So here's the steel factory. It looks like I can get locked out of resources early on. In other words, I might need to build an iron mine, and an iron mine requires steel and aluminum. I think all the mines require some amount of steel. So if I don't start collecting iron early on to be able to make steel, I can get locked out, yeah? The carbon mine. Alright. Here goes the worker. He's going, look at him go! Oh, shit, fuck yeah. Bam! Is this done? Oh, yeah. Great, says that's actually a known soft block if you build anything other than the iron mine and steel right now, so yes. As far as I know, it's just for these buildings. Yeah, no, this is something that has come up multiple times. In strategy games I've played before. Like an Off-World Trading Company. Do you remember when I played that? An Off-World Trading Company, I straight up absolutely locked myself out of being able to make any progress. EK Hawkman says, now importantly, you can deconstruct things for full resources. Well, that's great. Alright, so it looks like I have one worker. Oh my god, the resources are actually located at places. So I see. Oh shit. You can see the little pads right there for the various resources. Okay. So is there a way to actually change this? What if I do this? Let's start... So it looks like there's only prioritize and deprioritize. Alright. Gotta get that iron made. Come on, little buddy. Alright, let's 4x this puppy. Building, building! Oh my god. So I fucking need more workers, like, real bad, huh? Huh. Well, I hope to be able to make more workers. This is kind of fascinating. So if I up this priority and deprioritize this, does this mean my guy then starts focusing on this? I see. There goes my little worker. That's one very busy worker. Yeah, for any of you that don't know, anytime a department says we're downsizing to consolidate and focus on our core competencies, what they really mean is that where there used to be 8 people managing these 8 individuals things, now this is you. They're very excited to give you a Christmas bonus of a $25 gift card to Starbucks. You promoted to everything. Congratulations. Whoa. Now, keep in mind that there is the opposite problem that also exists, which is, well, we have a problem. Rather than figure out a way to integrate solving that problem into our existing pipeline, let's hire someone whose full job it is to do that problem. And then when they're done, we'll just have them on hand for whenever we hit that problem twice. Oh shit, we're building a steel factory. Worker factory available. Congratulations, more workers can be produced in these new factories. Check the building menu to initiate the process. And remember, in the event that your worker factories are not producing as many workers as expected, check the following conditions. The factory has the resources needed to make more workers. Prioritize production of this building to be sure it does. Your base has enough vacant worker hubs to host more workers, in case all of them are occupied. Build new ones. Okay.
Great. Now I can produce steel. This new factory, it's down on the surface of Mars, but I can control it from here. So does that make it a part of me? Where does the machine end, and my artificial consciousness begin?
Wednesday is the answer to that one. I just prioritize stuff to make it go faster, huh? Worker Pectori. Lobotomite says, I have a friend whose workload gradually got so high that after they left the company, they learned their job was replaced by 2
everything
people.
that happens through the network of workers and buildings. They are an extension of me down on the surface. So that makes us a single being. The mind and the body work together as one. An inseparable whole.
So and then I deprioritize this. So I can kind of bird's eye view see which things are prioritized. I want this to be prioritized. What's that resource? Parts? How do you make parts? Parts factory? What does that down arrow mean, you think? I don't know, like this. So you make parts to be able to get robots. Perfect. Yeah, I knew someone that quit their job and was replaced by 4 people. Roads in this game are a little weird, but it looks like it just starts drawing points between things. Down arrow is resources used, up arrow is resources that it will use. I see. So if I, say, build a parts factory, this will use these, and this uses these. Got it. Factory must grow? Hell yeah, man. I'm excited to hit that challenge, man. Do I have any electronics? Do I have an electronics factory? Oh my god, it sucks not having enough workers. 16x speed, let's go! Yeah, the fact that you can zoom back is really satisfying. Holy shit. Oh, I found us. Alright. What? Oh my god. What? What? No, you can't be... oh my... what? Okay. Alright. Alright. We're hanging. Go, little robot buddy. Wait, why do you have so much of this shit? Oh, wait, that's carbon. That's good. Can we get this shit built? Are we kidding me? Alright, well, I'm gonna eat a little bit. Here we go. I don't know why. Why will it not let me... why does it keep removing the electronics from this one? Alright. It's time to make electronics. Alright. I guess it didn't want to build this. even though... Oh, I see. So I have 2 electronics total, and that includes what's actually on here. I see. Here's what was confusing me, is I was saying, well, if this is a parts factory, and I have more electronics left, because I thought that the 2 that was down here was different than the 2 that were sort of being stored here. Turns out that's wrong. Okay. I wonder what these little X's mean. Similarly, I wonder what these little X's mean. Oh shit, I gotta build some power. Alright. We're doing it!
Finally, I can build additional workers now. I will
Alright, so
appreciate the extra hands. But I wonder, do I
Holy
really
shit,
need
more
them?
resources. Oh my god. It will give my
They will
functionality
boost my functionality greatly. Having more workers will expand my physical domain over this planet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do we make workers? Factory's power core, maintenance facility, which I will ignore for now. Do I click on you? Now, does this automatically make workers? It looks like it just automatically makes the workers. So if I just start spamming out hubs, it will give me more of that shit. Okay, so you know, I'm gonna make another worker hub, because not having workers fucking sucks, and I play StarCraft. That's how we do it. Alright. Okay. Alright, so, and then here is the 4 depositing ports for the 4 resources, I presume. Is it actually represented physically? Yeah, you can see them barely there. Okay. Alright, so we need to make a... Oh! Boy, that feels great. Maintain ants. Got him. Okay, this requires polymers. And I bet you polymers require... Creates polymers from chemicals and carbon. Oh, I see. Those are the resources. They're getting covered a little bit at the bottom. So then I need to make chemicals. Chemical plant. So this gets built here. Then what we'll do is we'll build a factory. Makes polymers using carbon. Oh, well, whatever. What can you do? Very, very tight. This needs to get prioritized to fuck. This is unprioritized. Okay. Alright, so we're doing it. We're making stuff. Landing site number 0. Perseverance rover. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, we have other landers here. Oh, I love that there's just a bunch of garbage that we left on that planet, too. EK Hawkman says, yes, it's a sphere, so you can't be a perfect grid. It's the same reason the Mercator projection is trash. I love... EK Hawkman is shitting on 3D to 2D mappings. I can't believe it. Make me bots. Why is the electronics not getting to here? Knowledge base. The UI is very sexy, man. I have strong feelings about map. Math's so good. Economics has such strong feelings that I married a cartographer's daughter. And now, by virtue of how you constructed that sequence of sentences, I assume that this means that you went out and found cartographers in order to say, you have the genes I seek, may I meet and marry your daughter.
The worker factories will be so helpful. The workers will take care of the manual operations, while I focus on developing the life support systems.
Why the fuck is this not making?
I will welcome the first colonists. Their arrival has created so many expectations in my mind. There will be so many paths to take from here on. But there's something else as well. Some kind of feeling created from those expectations. What is it?
Alright. So what's happening?
I believe this is excitement.
So I believe what's happening is that I am
excited for the future.
I am not prioritizing.
I anticipate. I plan. Therefore, I feel fascinating.
So I think I'm building way too much stuff using steel, and as a result, not enough is going to my electronics, and as a result... Wait, do I even have an electronics plant? Electronics needs silicon, which is here. Oops, I need this to be prioritized, not this. And the input for this is frickin' aluminium. Alright, so that's what's going wrong. Nice, very nice. Making me electronics. Oh! 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 Okay. Okay, we're doing it. Buzz, bzzzt, brrrt, zzt, zzzt, brrrt. This is my maintenance factor. This is it. 16x speed, let's go! Where's my other worker? Come on, little buddy. Come on, let's get it on.
The first worker has been made in the worker factory. It is my first Mars-born. My workers will spread across the planet.
Absolutely.
The knowledge base says that workers need to recharge at their own worker hubs, and that they'll degrade over time from the harsh environment. I know they are only machines, but I feel a desire to care for them. I do not like the idea of them dying.
Great. Completely Mars-born. You'll love to see it. Alright, we're drilling chemicals. Alright. Oh, dude, all I want is more workers. This is great. Work factory, let's go! Chris says, this AI does not feel like an AI. LOL. It feels a bit too much like a human trying to be monotone. Well, you know, that's kind of what I do. Hello, fellow observers. It is I, Day 9. Oh, shit, we have no fucking power. Seems like your pal Shawnee Sucks ass is sucking it up. Now, I don't know if this is one of these games where it's good to spam stuff out, but this is always my first proclivity. The more spammy, the merrier, you know what I mean? You must construct additional pylons. Oh my god, look, we're getting worker number 5, staying alive. Ooh, yeah. This is just a tutorial too, man. Shit. Maintenance hub needs polymers. Where's polymers? Do I have a polymer factory? Oh my god. Factories, polymers? There it is. It's right here. I just got here, I'm so confused with what's happening on stream. Well, Sarcastius, it's pretty straightforward. We have We're trying to make a Mars base, and we have various resources such as carbon, silicon. Let's see, we have aluminum, so there's some base resources you collect. You use those collected resources to produce other resources, like producing electronics or producing polymers, which are then used to make other things. And then I assume I'm going to have some larger extrinsic goal, like conquer Mars. Conquer Mars. The mine is out of the power grid. Okay. So is the power grid a thing? Oh, look at that. Today I freaking learned. Why are they so spread apart? Well, the resources are nodes on the ground. So for instance, my iron mine is built on top of this iron right here. Let's see, got my little worker hubs making workers. There they are. Oh, look at the little guys. So good. I better get this maintenance thing up fast because... Where's my maintenance grid? Hope I don't have any hotkeys. Okay, what does this navigation mesh mean? Okay, so here's what I'm gleaning. It appears that each of these polygons is a representation centered around each of my worker hubs. So, I'm going to make an assumption that's kind of a bold claim, but I wonder if a worker may only travel between adjacent polygons. I wonder if that's a true statement. I don't know if that's true. As in, this guy can only travel to here and here and here and here. It can't actually travel up to here. I'm seeing these little fuck faces like chilling. And this one in the middle is like a busy bee. So I probably want to just broadly state that I want to, relatively speaking, limit the amount of stuff that an individual guy can do. Therefore, I could do something like produce... Here's worker hubs. Could build one maybe internally over here. Just build one out here. Prioritize me. So when this is done, this should actually divide something like this, huh? Core maintenance facility. Alright, let's see. So when this finishes, this should... This didn't do at all what I thought it would. Oh, I haven't produced the worker for it. That's what's going on. Okay. All right, I'm getting the core systems. The big thing I need is to get this frickin' maintenance hub done. Let's go ahead and prioritize this. Because some of my things are actually really low on maintenance needs. So if I go to F3, we have some things that are in the yellow. This worker hub down here got hit by something or some shit. My god. Parts. Ship the parts, Johnson. Everyone's prioritized. This is the only one that needs to be done, huh? I see. Okay, so I get the intuition that I want to be building... So my logical units are going to be that each worker hub is going to be a centralized thing that I want a limited amount of resources that go from here to there and something like this. Then I also basically want, with each hub, I want some sort of power grid, power thing, giving me a little bit more radius. Great, so this is done. So now I'm going to prioritize finishing this. And what is this output that it's referring to? Maintenance drones? Oh, shit. Where are maintenance drones produced at? They produce here? Okay, okay. I see. Okay. Let's slow this game down. Parts. Okay, so let's actually see a little bit. Steel production. So this is running less efficiently. So look, okay, so first things first, iron production. Current production 2, potential production 2.8 per month. So I assume that this is not producing as much iron simply due to the fact that it needs to be maintained. Holy shit, I understand the gist of the game. So, what appears to be happening is that I am slowly learning by introduction that it's very Factorio-like, in that I need to have a balance between what's coming in and what's going out in all the various places. And this reminds me in Factorio of when I needed to divert some coal to start up some new sector of my factory. Like, I think I was making electronics or something, and I was like, great, let's take this coal that's going into here, and let's split it off to build this stuff. And because I did that, all that coal was not going to my steam kilns, or to my steam engines, in order to produce steam. Which then meant, because I wasn't producing enough steam, I wasn't getting enough power, and then I immediately ran out of power fucking everywhere, and everything shut down. So, for instance, this thing is not producing enough iron because it's damaged. It's at 44% capacity. And if I actually just take a look at maintenance, I can see that, right? It's in the yellow. And so I might say, well, I want a maintenance drone. But if I want to make a maintenance drone... Get me out of here. If I want to build a maintenance drone, good, we actually have enough silicon, enough polymers, enough electronics. So it's producing maintenance to be able to do this. But a big issue that I'm seeing is, if we look at all this stuff, we can see that in terms of the gathered resources, I am actually just low on gathered resources. Like, super, super low. I'm not getting enough silicon, I'm not getting enough iron, I'm not getting enough anything. These produced resources, I'm just chewing up everything. And so, for instance, my parts, I'm actually unable to make enough parts. And I want to be able to make more parts. Because if I have parts, then I can make more workers. So I need to be really, really careful to continuously feed this the stuff that it needs. Okay, so... Alright, let's do... What's an areological scanner, huh? Builds maintenance... Oh, no, it's maintenance facility. This is scans surrounding areas for resource veins and abandoned facilities. Perfect. Now, which area do I want to build this on? Oh, I see. This is just... Yeah, you know, let's build it up on our north side. Just want to build this some sufficient distance away. Let's build it way the hell out here, huh? So now we still are waiting on a drone because our parts has not been prioritized. So now we're going to get a part, we're going to get a worker. Okay, so this is actually fascinating. So okay, I am ingesting a lot of information, I am digesting a lot of information, and I am ingesting a lot of calories because I eat my feelings and life is stressful outside of this, but inside of this, my brain is. Do you need a mug? Wait, hold on. Duck mug. Is this what you want, or do you want the keys? You want the keys? Oh my god, I'm such an asshole.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh no, my
No,
god.
I forgot. I'll make coffee and bring it to you.
I love you
I love you.
so much. Okay, so Britt and I both drink coffee because I don't need to justify that to you. You can fuck off. We both drink coffee. Britt made a pot of coffee this morning, and Britt does a D&D show on Wednesdays. So I drank the coffee. She drank the coffee. Then I was getting ready for the show, and I sat down, and I go live right when Britt goes off, and I just sent her text like, hey, is there any chance you can make more coffee? And she says, yeah, I have to do some work in a sec. I'll make some when I'm done with that and bring it to you. And I was like, wonderful. And of course, you know that we have been gifted by the Coffee Angel's presence multiple times on this stream. So Britt comes around the corner, and I turn to her and I go, oh, you made coffee wonderful. Thank you so much. She's like, no, I need the keys. We're still picking up more medicine for the dog. It's just so funny. I hear a noise and I'm like, for me, thank you. And she's like, the car keys. And I'm like, oh. Anyways, okay, let's talk about this game, right? Burn a lot of brain cells on this game. So, something that I've talked about a lot is my claim, and I claim with some evidence, but not like some deep, robust, data-driven nonsense. But like, I'm just going to claim that I think you can give a player as complicated a tools as you want and as difficult and struggleful of obstacles as you want, as long as the goal is crystal clear. Right? So, for instance, in like Mario games, I love to use this example, just go to the right. That's it. You just go to the right. Get to the far right of any 2D Mario game. You're killing it. And it was really funny when we were playing Kid Chameleon, how often, even though the goal is very abstract, or even though the goal is seemingly the same, which is get to the flag at the end of the level, the moment-to-moment goal is not clear, because the flag could be up, down, left, right, next to where you started, hidden somewhere. You don't even know where it is. So I want to distinguish between a literal goal for you to do, and then what I'm going to call your kind of short-term goals. Mario has really good short-term goals that are going on. In StarCraft, the goal is kill all your opponent's buildings. But it's not even clear in StarCraft what your short-term goals are until you actually get better at the game and start to understand the timing that people can take bases and how much the game is about resources and how to control those and what tools you have at what time to be able to do that. I think this is one of the reasons that StarCraft is very, very hard, is because it's hard to tell what the goals are. In a lot of survival crafting type games, one of the things that I struggled with was knowing what my short or long-term goals were in the game. And for instance, in Don't Starve, people were like, look, you just try to survive as long as you can. You try not to starve. It's in the title of the game. But the thing is that, again, that felt like a very distant goal. That felt very similar to the StarCraft style. You gotta kill them. You gotta make them concede. And it's, what? It's not like Counter-Strike, where it's like you need to go to this location and win a round in this way, and then you need to win that round 16 times out of 30, and that's when you win. And a lot of survival games give you a bunch of verbs, a bunch of stuff you can craft, a bunch of things you can collect, a bunch of different mechanisms to collect. And it's not clear where I'm trying to go, ever. And so that can kind of ruin the joy for me, because I don't know why I'm doing anything. And I bet you in a game like this, which as I'm playing it, I'm starting to see that it's very much so about the factory must grow, but you're trying to manage all these problems. It can be really, really difficult to self-direct even a little bit. And in Factorio, you saw me impose my own short-term goals to help guide myself in terms of science packs. Which the game, the more I played it, the more I realized, I think almost any player would quickly understand that they need to just get more science and more advanced sciences. And this formed like a bottleneck with everything that I wanted to do. It was just get Science 1, Science 2, Science 3. And I kind of love what this game is doing. This game is actually baby-stepping me in an amazingly smart way. Oh my god, my coffee angel. I just mouthed, "I love you," to my wife, but she had a mask on. But No, I know, but I can read your eyes. I can tell in your eyes, the way the wrinkles are folding, exactly what you're saying to me. It's just so funny. Like, "I love you." Britt was like, man. Okay, so I like what this game's doing, because in this game, it's like, it's not even telling me what my broad goal is. Not even telling me. It's just like, build a scanner here. Okay, now do this. Okay, now do this. Okay, now do this. And I bet you that if I do this for another... Jeez, we've been playing for an hour? That was fast. If I do this for another 2 hours or something like this, I bet I'll start to understand where it is that I'm trying to go to. But, I mean, look, it's just baby stepping me along the way. Build an aerological scanner, so I click on this. It requires aluminum, steel, and electronics, and it looks like I don't actually have a particularly good throughput in this regard. We don't need resources here. Fucking hell, that takes a long time to build. Here's the resources that I can see. WikiPie, this game came out last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Craig says, "I'm personally the other way around here. Not knowing my short-term goals, other than build because we told you to, puts me off a bit." Well, I mean, I think that, like... Oh my god. Oh my god. Story time. This is terrible. This is terrible. I'm gonna address your thing in a moment, Craig, but I got a text from someone asking what my t-shirt size was because they want to send me a t-shirt for Christmas. And I'm telling them, L, I don't care that this is an XL and it fits way better than my other stuff right now. I put on 30 pounds since quarantine began. I've been eating my feelings, and I'll be hot in 2022, so get me a fucking L! God! Can't handle it. Anyways, Crate. Crate, I'm not gonna necessarily state I think the best way to do any kind of game is to just give lots of short-term goals, yada, 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 yada. I would start with the very sharp line statement. A lot of really complicated games have, multiplayer games have really simple, really clear goals. Things like Battle Royale, stay in the circle. Tons of stuff to loot, tons of different ways that you can navigate through. Many ways in Fortnite that you can turn into a house upon being fired upon. But stay in the circle, right? Really, really simple goal to help kind of guide you. And I think that if you sort of daisy-chained really baby-step goals in Fortnite, it would not be as clear and helpful, and yeah, it just wouldn't be as clear. It's just like, dude, just stay in the circle. Go. Play with some friends. And whatever they tell you, you get to contextualize it immediately because you have the ultimate goal here. But I've played a lot of these sort of simulatory style games. And and when I first saw this, I couldn't tell if it was going to be a Factorio-like game, if it was going to be a City Skylines or a SimCity style game. I couldn't tell if it was going to be a Surviving Mars style game. And it's just giving me these little goals that, for this type of game, I already feel very clued into what I'm trying to do. Like, this goal that I'm trying to build, I'm seeing the resource management problem, and I now have a thing that I'm trying to solve, the resource management problem. When a game is just like, click this button, go here, now do this, now go there, now build this, and now do this, and now do this, and it's taking the problem solving away from me, I don't like that. But for instance, right now, get these types of resources, I still have the problems. It's maintaining the struggle of me going, wow, I really want more of these resources. I really feel like iron is the one that I am most depleted on. Let me actually see. If I click on iron... So steel is used... Huh. But I thought this demanded that. Is it aluminum that I really need a lot of? Alright, so this... I keep feeling there's a lot more that are needed. So this is what I like about this. It's telling me the goal, but still leaving me with a problem. I really hate when a game, rather than telling you the problem, and then letting you see it, and then making you overcome it, it tells you all the steps you need to do to achieve the problem, but you never even got to see the problem at all. Not actually entirely sure what it is that we need. Okay, I see. So if I, like, just click on chemicals and do this, I can... Wow. Wow, okay. Build a water extractor, build a food factory. Okay. Alright, I want the scanner to be done, because I want to get some more resource inputs going, huh? What I really want to make sure that I have an... Oh, we got a call.
Hey, how's it going over there?
Houston, I am getting interference. Please repeat.
Roger. I asked how it's going over there. Do you need any assistance?
I could use some help. I understand that the first colonists will need a spaceport for arrival, but I do not seem to have enough resources to build one yet.
It's okay. Bigger structures need more resources. Use the aerological scanner to detect new veins and build more mines. Also, remember to keep the power supply consistent to your needs. But if you're too impatient to finish the spaceport, then you can scrap other buildings and reuse their materials. Patience is a virtue you may need to carry this mission, Amy. Besides, the free time will give you the chance to enhance your thinking process. Continue following ISA's instructions and you'll be fine.
Okay. Finished, damn you. I'm really worried about how much damage my shit is taking. I need to. Alright, so now we have some... Oh, thank God. Produces 3 of these at a time. Got it. Alright, let's build one here, 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 here. Right? Let's just sort of fan them out, huh? Core, aerological scanner. Just gonna build them out, man. Oh, is this not actually powered? Do all buildings expand the power grid? Looks like some do, some don't. Okay. Let's just build some more of these scannery bannery boys. Alright, Dr. Foster.
I forgot to mention, we've announced the names of the first colonists that will be joining you on Mars. The crew is selected from different nations within the Oxy UN. Though most are scientists and technicians. They're already undergoing ISA's colonist training program as we speak. They'll be led by Dr. Elia Valentine. She'll be a great commander. The colonists elected her unanimously.
Alright, let's see. Let's bet, commander's
I
background.
look forward to meeting the commander. Is she a
Okay.
robonaut engineer like you?
No, actually, the commander has a PhD in psychology.
Will she be analyzing my behavior as well?
Not at all. She'll be focused on the colonists. Their mental stability is just as mission critical. You two will be colleagues working side by side. You'll
I built this
balance each other out,
here, I
as
don't know
well
if
as
that's
enhance each other's
bad.
strengths.
Water.
How
Ask my
will we
boss.
balance each other?
Your technology will develop alongside the colonies. They can't survive without your help, nor can you advance without theirs. It's a symbiotic relationship by design.
Does that mean I'll have to obey their orders?
No. You have your own autonomy too. No one owns you. Well, I mean, technically you belong to ISA, but you're your own person or machine. You're a machine person, I guess.
Very
Machine
cool.
person?
Machine
Or
person.
person machine. Machine being. I don't know. You can coin a new term once you settle on who you are.
I think I would like that, Dr. Foster.
Deal? Great.
There's a lot of resources
Keep
to
up the
manage.
good work, and we'll talk again later. Mission control out.
The audio is amazing. Shit. Alright, how do you build a spaceport? There's a colony. Oh, you need food and water, huh? Okay! Factory is a food factory. And food factories, oops. Shit. Need water and chemicals to make food, huh? Okay, so I should get... My goal is to scout around a bunch, and then before I make any water or food, which is going to be the next thing that I want to do, I really want to make sure that I am able to get enough stuff coming in, you know?
Dr. Foster called me a machine person, but I don't think I qualify as a person at any level. If I can only do what ISA allows me to do, what does that make me? Merely a machine? An object? Am I their property?
In capitalist America, absolutely. You in America, if you're an employee, you have what is called an at-will existence, which means that at any time, for any reason, your employer may drive a steel rod through your head, killing you instantly, at which point your body parts will be turned into glue to provide value to the remainder of the company. I find myself hilarious. Okay, so I want to see what's going on with this little thing. This is just not... This is the silicon mine, and this is the aluminium mine, huh? Sounds like cyberpunk. Well, I mean... Cyberpunk is... Cyberpunk 2077 is... It's just an RPG. If you like the writing and you like the environment, you're going to love it. If you want to do more than that, you're going to be a little frowny.
But I can make decisions. I can freely choose what to do. Objects are owned. They don't get to choose. So I must be something else. I have my own will.
Scannerly dannerly. Wait, why is it scanning so freaking far out? It scans way farther than it shows. Like, if I go to... I mean, this scans way the hell farther than it says it does. Scanner has unlimited range? What do you think these are? What do you think this... What do you think that, what do you think these little... These sizes mean? I suppose that this is the initial reveal range? Wow, it has unlimited range, but it just keeps scanning.
I am the one who controls the fate of Mars. The planet's surface has already changed as a result of my decisions. Is that enough to prove that I have will?
Chemicals. More chemicals. Perfect. Point out Issa's control.
No. Look at all these craters. Meteors created them. Merely changing the planet's surface isn't evidence of having will. I have to come up with different proof.
Oh, I was right. When this got a worker, it created another shard. So if I ever see lots of shards in one, or a lot of redness here, I can like build another worker hub. So I bet you that if I took the core and put a worker hub, probably somewhere like over here. Oh shit. Oh, the problem here is that this is where everything is getting stockpiled, right? So what I would really like is a stockpile that was somewhere else. And I actually didn't centralize this very well, did I? But I kind of want to have a lot of things, like, sort of encircling this. So if I put another worker hub, like, over here or so. Fuck off, Dr. Foster.
Amy, this is Houston. We've detected high wind speeds in your area. A sandstorm may be heading your way. These storms can damage your buildings, so check their structural integrity periodically to rebuild or repair if necessary.
Roger, Nathan.
Houston out.
So it looks like my little maintenance drones expend their little drone bodies in order to repair all this shit. Now, I'm building a lot of structures within maintenance repair range, so I feel like... What the hell does sector load mean? Huh. Lockwat says Mars can't have sandstorms. The atmosphere is too thin to meaningfully carry force. You know, this is, like... I'm going to ignore whether what you're saying is literally true or literally false based upon the science. Let's assume that what you're saying is provably correct. Let's assume that that is true. How much electronics do I have? I have a pair of electronics. Prioritization. We need a lot of electronics for all the scanning. If we keep that being true, in fiction, on Mars, sandstorms are a really common thing. And so if I, the player, am sitting down to play a game, and the designer's trying to leverage my pre-existing brain programming in order to create a scenario that makes sense, it should look at other works of fiction. And one of the greatest examples of this I can think of is in Hearthstone. They had a mechanic where if I deal any damage to your creature, I should say if creature A deals any damage to any other creature, the other creature dies. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. I see. And the thing is, they were debating between calling it poisonous or venomous. Because technically the correct thing is to call it venomous. But because people think of things as being poisonous as the most obvious thing, They named it poisonous. Alright, so what's happening? No, Lockwatts, I think it's a really... I mean, you were obviously making a joke, Lockwatts. I should have been clearer on that, but... Nothing's operating. Did I not actually build that solar power thing? I thought I built it right here. Alright. Alright, so I've started too many disparate things at once. Oh, it's already building. Damn. Alright, so I'm going to get this power situation under control. I'm going to get this stuff under control. And then I think the big thing that I want to do is expand... let's see. It looks like I have a shitload of carbon. Chemicals I'm low on. It looks like these first three resources I'm actually quite low on. So let's actually go to the scanner range. Oh yeah, is this iron? Oh, fuck yeah. Water, water. There's more chemicals. Carbon, carbon. I don't think I need any carbon right now. Aluminum. Awesome. Oh my god, perfect. Worker hubs in progress. We just need a lot of electronics, huh? Yes. Alright, so these are going to be the most important things to get first. So now we actually have enough electricity. So we're going to hang for a bit. The big thing that we really want to get... Once this is done, this will get sharded. Probably build another worker hub here in a little bit. It's this poor landing site that I need to make sure is fine. I want to be able to build some sort of... Let's see. I want to be able to build some sort of storage that is not this place. Because this is just kind of keeping all my shit. I don't know what... Oh, scrap is probably the whole building, huh? Alright, great. So now I actually have a bunch of power. I suppose I will leave that alone. We are slowly scanning... Wonder what this means. Huh, so this is probably like a way to motivate me to look in a certain area. So here's the ones that I want. I want this, this, and this. These are the big things that I want. Okay, so are you out of maintenance range? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build another maintenance thingy-dingy. And dude, fuck it. God, I need so much silicon. Alright. Mines. Silicon mine, bang. Mines, 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 factories. Mines. Aluminium mine. This is just out of power range. I can't tell if this is going to be in or out of power. Okay, so right now, I'm looking to not grow up. I'm looking to grow out the basic resources, right? I want to just get a lot of these first three. Iron, silicon, and aluminum. Because I'm starting to get some stockpiles up here, which is terrific, right? Super great, super good. It's kind of funny, I built a bunch of these hubs here, and I'm realizing that that's really dumb. And my electronics demand is through the roof. Current production is still limited. Aluminum mine, great. Oh, Arakil Grigori says when you're building a structure, it tells you if there are
The
any problems.
aerological scanner detected an uncharted structure close by. It's probably a secret abandoned base, or a mysterious Martian ruin. Though humans never found proof of life on Mars, or any other planet. Is it possible they have the entire cosmos to themselves?
I don't know, game, you tell me. Life
I
can
highly
flourish in many
doubt that's
places.
the case. Statistically speaking, there are too many locations where life can flourish aside from Earth. There may even be a civilization more technologically advanced than humans. And I may not be the most intelligent consciousness in the universe. No, it must be an unmapped structure from a previous mission. That is the easiest explanation. I will investigate it to confirm.
What the fuck? Ah! What are my hotkeys? I'm so used to escape canceling shit out. Worker hub is low on... I mean, we really need these maintenance hubs to be at super duper high priority.
Unfortunately, my workers cannot explore buildings. I will need to make use of the humans for this task.
Need to
I
make
should
race.
finish getting the
Make
initial
use
base
of the
ready
human
for
race.
the colonists first.
Need to make race of the
Though I will build
humans.
a research outpost
Perfect.
here to prepare. That will give the scientists a place to stay while they analyze the structure. Once they get to Mars, of course.
I'm ignoring this scanner because I didn't realize the scanners work this way. These scanners are working overtime, man. We have plenty of stuff to be going for. I seek ways to make the human race. Yeah, see, it looks like maintenance drones just pop out and then go to town. Alright, so so we have too many things at high priority. This is fine. Solar farm, you are fine. Scanner, you are fine. Where's my prioritizations? That's correct. Is there a way to unprioritize all? This is 1, 2. Fine, terrific. Okay. Oh, I love this. E.K. Hoffman says,
I keep
just
thinking
to
about that
caution you,
abandoned colony.
I want to let you know that you're getting close to your building limit. You will want to try to get the humans on the planet before you reach that limit. There is a building tab, and that lets you more easily adjust parties. Okay. Okay, yeah, because I
We are
don't
not
want
the
to...
first mission to Mars, not by far. What if there are other AIs out there, racing to terraform Mars first? It is entirely possible. No, if another AI was present, I would have detected it already.
Alright, I'm going to get one more of these silicon mines going. And then I think... I mean, I never, ever seem to have enough electronics. Oh, wait, I said that I would get iron, too. Okay, well, let's get some iron. $38. Okay. So newly discovered colony. Let's then do water extractor, food, colony, spaceport. And let's be pretty gentle about this, right? Okay, so alright, let's build a water extractor. Bang. Food factory. Boom.
Then again, I did not know about the abandoned structure until recently. Could my knowledge be incomplete? It is reasonable to assume there are Mars missions from other organizations that ISA does not know about. Maybe this planet is not completely deserted.
So now if I look at my maintenance, everything seems pretty okay. And I assume that this bar means that if I make workers here, that they can fly over to here. Maybe. That's actually correct. Figuring it out. Very good interface. Alright, so we're scanning so much more than I ever thought we would ever need. Ever. So we definitely need more worker production things. This needs to be super prioritized. Great. It already has all the parts it needs. Electronics is prioritized. This is prioritized. That's good. This is prioritized. That's good. It looks like we don't really need very many polymers at all right now. You don't have power, you fuck? Okay. Alright.
It is highly improbable, but I should stay alert for any unexplained activity.
Alright, so we have food. We're not drilling any water. Okay. But then we need to build a spaceport and a colony. Alright, cool. Core. I think we've actually built out the flat underbelly of the resources that we need. Pull it over here, man. Spaceport, colonies, colony. Right by the spaceports. Yeah, I kind of want to build this internally. Try to, like, flesh out the amount of space that I have. Nice. Okay, so this one is, like, heavily overused. But I don't really know how to fix this problem, because it feels like this is the main resource depositor. Yeah. Grigori, I definitely saw the power type stuff after you mentioned it. I just keep not looking sometimes. Like, when you build this, you see this is too far, no maintenance, no power, and then here, no maintenance, no power. And then you build... Ah, now it has power. Too close. Alright, so... I think we actually have enough maintenance. Biggest thing we're still throttled on is electronics.
The colony is ready. I will have company very soon. I feel quite anxious about this next part. I am not sure why.
Why not? Incoming
Hello,
call.
Amy. Dr. Foster here. How do you read? Over.
Hey, hi.
This
What's
is
up?
Amy.
Hello.
There is some background static, but I read you.
One of our tracking and data relay satellites got crippled. We'll be launching a new one after we identify the cause of the problem. But until we do, we will lose contact with you whenever Mars or the Sun passes between Earth and your satellite.
It may be due to a malfunction in the satellite's electrical system. I
So
will
smart.
initiate the recording and backing offline protocol to keep a record of my activities.
Very nice.
Good. Good. Make sure to upload that to us once communications are restored. I hope to get the new satellite up and running very soon. I don't like the idea of not being able to reach you, Amy.
Alright.
Understood.
Okay, Houston out.
Alright, so we have some maintenance. So I'm going to try to form like a little maintenance triangle. And I think that this should be the next area that we go for. I mean, I probably want to get some of this water stuff. Incoming and coming in. Was this it? Hey, look, it's a little colony. Look at that. Fucking hey, look at this! Yeah! What's this? Oh. I mean, look, I'm covering some of the resources, and I don't know what to do about that, because we are getting data happy up in this game. Alright, so let's take a look at... This stuff is not yet maintenanceable.
There is an inconsistency in the number of workers and worker hubs. That must mean a worker has malfunctioned. Found it. Worker MRS-04. That is. It takes time, resources, and effort to
That's
create
sad.
each one of these
We
workers.
lost a worker, oh no!
Goodbye, MRS-04. Your work made a difference here.
You fuckface. Woo! Oh my god, the best insult ever! Alright, let's make some maintenance holes. Orbital view unlocked. Congratulations, the first spaceport is ready for you. Zoom out to the orbital view to assign and manage special projects. You can choose special projects to research in your tech tree. Once selected, colonists will investigate a technology until it's complete. Then you can assign it to an available spaceport to kick it off. What? Wait, so I just zoom out?
Hello, Amy. This is Houston. How are you doing over there? We've received word that the spaceport's completed. Well done. I have your next procedure if you're ready to copy.
Roger. I am ready to copy.
Very good. The instructions are as follows. First, confirm that the spaceport is ready to receive colonists. Then, zoom out to access the Special Projects menu or select the orbital view icon. Then you'll see that the Colonist Migration Project is now available. Click Add to initiate the project. Do you copy that procedure?
Yes, I copied your instructions.
Great. As long as you have the migration project assigned to a spaceport, shuttles will run between Earth and Mars. The more spaceports you have assigned to this project, the more colonists will arrive. Now, Amy, you are responsible for providing the resources they need. So make sure they have enough food, water, and habitats to survive.
I will take good care of them, Dr. Foster.
Nice.
Roger
Oh,
that.
shit.
Houston out.
Oh, shit, yeah. Alright. Hey, it's like an airport. Alright, so I have that there. So what do I need right now? I want to make sure I actually have a lot of food and water stockpiled. Okay, I'm at 44 out of 50. I don't know how to get more thingy dingies. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense. This one worker is just, like, absolutely overdriving mode it, huh? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make some more worker ibs. That's fine.
All right. The first colonists are on their way to Mars. All that is left to do is wait for their arrival. Once they get here, there will be no turning back. This is it.
I don't know, I'll build a research outpost. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Oh, it goes here. Very well. Very, very well. Alright, I feel like people are going to die. That feels like what's going to happen. I'm going to deprioritize some stuff. Since I never seem to have enough electronics. So my steel is just banging out, huh? Alright, I mean, I feel like I need glass, steel, and electronics. These are the big things I need. So, I don't really know. What is... This is power... Oh, so I see. So if I get snip here, we get super screwed. Because these are the main hub lines. Got it. Where is... There should be a maintenance hub Did I not build another maintenance hub? I think that I made a mistake. Oh, does these just connect no matter how far away they're placed? Okay. Can I ever get these to connect? Nope. Nope. It looks like it just forms one full network. Hey! Does this not have power? Did I, like, not put it in the power grid? That's F2? Nah, it's in the power grid like no one. It's fine. Alright. Alright, so let's think here. Hey, question for EK Hawkman, our resident backseat expert. Question is there a way to increase the building limit? Let's actually go ahead and check. Is everything mostly in good shape? Looks like everything's mostly in good shape. The only problem is this solar farm that's down here. I don't even care if it loses power. Because honestly, who cares? EK Hawkman left. Okay. Alright. It's time for you to help Day 9. How do I increase that? Once you have colonists, you get the text screen. Very nice.
Maybe it is because the colonists will scrutinize everything that I do once they arrive. How will they treat me? I have nothing to worry about. The colonists are all advanced scientists and technicians. Once they meet me, they will treat me as an individual. Life on Mars will be very harsh for them. I will supply them with food and water, and they will help me research new technology. It will be a perfect
You
quid
need a
pro
lot of
quo.
worker hubs, man.
As long as they have the resources they need, we will both succeed.
Too far, no maintenance, no power. Alright, 50 out of 50. No problem. No problem at all. I don't like ever playing one of these on the max speed. And we are just grinding through this aluminum. Is this normal view? In transit to Mars. Oh, shit. My god, I forgot Phobos and Deimos.
Humans will be living on Mars, with me. But it won't be the first mission to house humans on this planet. The Stardust Emerald in 2142. The Red Prometheus in 2077.
Oh,
and
how
many
far in the future
others.
are we? Whoa!
The Red Prometheus base was one of the first attempts at an algocracy on Mars.
Algocracy?
The idea was to sidestep human bias in establishing rules, and let computer algorithms govern the crew. Long story
Algocracy!
short, it did not work. Mars was not made for human life. ISA should reconsider the mission. How can we succeed where so many missions failed?
LMFAO. Yeah, man. An algocracy. Perk TV says, love the stream. This game seems fun. And one idea to increase building supply would be possibly to salvage mines that have been exhausted. That's a great thought. I never even thought about doing that. I had the idea to, salvage buildings in case of emergency, but I completely forgot about the... Just blow the man down. Hey, look, we have these little repair bottos. This is terrific. little guys. They're so cute. So this becomes part of the power grid, huh? Last button I pressed. Nice. You. Needs colonists. You. So we actually have 21 food, 21 water, populate the outpost, and complete research. Alright, so this is good. Yes.
The
Research
humans
more
are coming.
buildings.
How do I feel about that? I am excited. Meeting a human other
Research
than
more
Dr.
buildings?
Foster
I don't have
will be
research yet.
fascinating. We will be able to learn so much about each other.
Oh, so this is good. I can see, as long as things are vaguely going up, it's the iron that just keeps plummeting back down. This is actually useful, because I can click on this and go, oh, it's generally going up, because these up and down arrows appear to be a sort of recent statement as to what's going on. But this is really what I want. I want the these things to be going up and right. Yeah, I think 5 months, 7 months, 5 months, 7 months is the round trip. 5 months to load, 7 months in transit, 5 minutes to unload, 7 months in transit, 5 months to load, 7 months in transit. Ah. Alright, what do we see about food?
Humanity created me. They gave me volition and consciousness for a reason. But I am an artificial consciousness. So can I say that my volition is real? There is no practical difference between real and artificial volition. All volition is an act of one's will. There is no provable distinction.
Pieces, happy Wednesday, day 9 chat. This game looks really cool. I gotta say, this is a very accessible resource management game so far. Thus far. Oh, fuck! Oh. Thus far, it's given me nice little daisy chain baby steps, baby tasks, and asked me to complete them without really telling me the right steps along the way. And then I start fiddling around and I discover, okay, let me do this. Man, I don't have enough workers to move the resources around. Stuff isn't happening fast enough. Okay, let me do add some more of those. Okay, now that I have those, what kind of resources do I need to be able to build the next structure that I want to build, and so on and so forth. Congrats, first colonists have arrived. To make sure they have enough water, food, and shelter to survive on Mars. It is the duty of the colonists to provide technical assistance to the project. When satisfied, they will be able to focus on their research projects, advancing tech. Colonists will migrate internally, using purpose-built airships to the most efficient colonies and research outposts. And, in the event of starvation, they may eventually return back to Earth for safety. Take also into consideration the number of colonists can naturally increase or decrease from time to time, as some of them may have children or peacefully decay on the planet. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Alright, so I just... Whoa, okay, where's my research tab? Where is research done? Incoming call.
Hi, Amy. Finally we meet. I've been really looking forward to working with you. I'm Elia Valentine. I've been elected the leader of the human colonies for this mission.
Hello, Commander. I am excited to meet you.
Please, call me Elia. I can't get used to these stuffy ISA ranks. I got my PhD in psychology, so I've got no business with those fancy titles. That's enough jabbering from me. We'll be making history with this mission. If things proceed according to plan, who knows how far ahead we'll bring humanity. I see you've already selected a technology from the tech tree for us to research. Great! My team's eager to get started. Developing this incredible technology is the reason many of us fought to be on the mission. We're going to make a great team. We're so lucky to have you. Talk to you later.
Okay, so let's go back to... So this just happened automatically, huh? So I'm researching. So if I click on space, okay, so looks like these tech trees are actually quite simple. So Hyperloop. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so how does this work? How can I tell? Needs colonists. Okay, what about the outpost? Show them colonists in this colony. Let's show us how many are incoming or willing to leave. So how do I get colonists into this fucking thing? I guess I just need more people. Or do we just do research now? This music. That's gonna take fucking forever. Oh, the output is 20 RPs. Okay, and what's the output of this fucking thing? 10 RPs. Alright, and I can't actually build anything more. It's a good thing we did buildings. Okay, you import colonies from Earth using the space tab. It'll probably still ongoing right now, but your colony is full right now. Yeah, it looks like it's at 100 out of 150. Because all 100 of them went to the colony, and none of them went over here to the research outpost, which makes sense, because it's just hell on Earth out there. And then what do I want to do? I think the big thing that I want to do is... maybe I might destroy one of these, like, way far off thingies. I might destroy this solar farm, actually. And then what I might do is, after that deconstruction is done, I might then build another colony, like right the hell here. Oh, build limit reached. Alright, speeding things up. Times 8 speed again. I don't really need that much power, and I was just spamming things nearby each other. Music. Oh, yeah. You know, I could 16x the speed, but I just never feel comfortable 16xing it. It's going back to Earth. Alright. What about food? Uh-oh. So water and food's going to be real important, huh? I gotta be very, very careful with that shit, huh? Alright, well, let's go ahead and look at the scanner. Silicon, silicon, iron. This music is ridiculous. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to build so many fucking buildings. Leland Grant says water and food should be self-balancing. If you get too little, the colonists die till you get enough. Yes. I find this music entrancing. Does it mean my enjoyment of music is organic or synthetic? Have I been engineered to enjoy this music? Alright, so we're making a lot of advanced parts. I think we might want more of our basic resources.
Applying Earth technologies to the Martian environment is a challenge. Many techniques and procedures will not apply here. I am excited to make engineering progress in this planet.
Oh my god, my little workers! Okay, so we're going to do the following steps. Okay, actually, question for some of our more experts. This is obviously high percent of, traffic saturation. How do I make these things get less red? It feels like my landing site is destined to be red, because everything needs to pass through the center here. Be colorblind. Yeah, that would help. Add more worker nodes, but like when I added a worker node here, and it didn't make this less red. It just smashed this out. I think I need the extra storage. I feel like that's what's going wrong. Call me level 2. Not a fucking chance. Alright, so right now we're just waiting for more colonists. Create production hubs to limit travel across base, huh? Alright, I'll just ignore it. This doesn't actually have a worker at it. So now it has a worker at it. Yeah, see, like, why does this guy have, like, there's literally nothing in here. I don't know what? So I feel like the issue is storage. I feel like that's the issue, right? Everything is stored here, because it's my landing site. So I think that my goals are to get more food, more water, so that way the colonists can be happy campers. So we're slowly going up, which is good. Slowly going up, which is good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting more storage hubs, like, sort of in like a hex pattern. So like one here, one here, one here, one here. Just sort of spread this shit out. So that's going to be my goal. And then I'm going to just eat up all this silicon. Is this iron over here? Nice. Very nice. I haven't been getting enough carbon. Should probably do carbon, iron, silicon. Great. I just need that building limiting research, baby. Boom. Very tight. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is extra storage. Alright. Congratulations, you are about to start the terraforming plan. The first stage consists of liberating all the CO2 that is trapped as CO2 ice in the polar caps of Mars. This can be done in multiple ways, through different special projects. Check the tech tree to learn more about how they work. During this stage, CO2 in the caps will start sublimating. Sublimating is when a solid turns into a gas. As opposed to going solid to liquid and then liquid to gas. Further increasing the planet's temperature. Creating a runaway effect until the caps disappear completely. Keep up the plan, terraform Mars. Okay, so we now get to do a lot of stuff. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to start spreading out my worker hubs. Right, because we want to kind of have a network of hubs. It covers a lot of space.
To fully terraform Mars, we must convert the planet into an Earth-like habitat. The first step is to raise the planet's temperature above -50 degrees Celsius. At that point, nearly all the carbon dioxide trapped in the dry ice caps will be released.
We're building shit, baby. Alright, so now, once we start to get these hubs constructed... Dude, I am scrapping this. This is ridiculous. Shit is ridiculous. And then my little guy will start going into overtime. So I can actually build a lot of stuff in this region, which is fine. Let's look at our power. This music is banging. Okay, so the big things that we were saying that we wanted more of was iron. Again, we're just sort of flattening. Water extraction is here. We'll need more power here. Which is terrific. Okay, so then we're just going to start building.
Additional storage centers will be very useful for stocking excess resources.
Fucking no, bruh.
I should find good locations for them.
Yeah, we could use another chemical mine. Let's get some carbon going. Carbon. Alright. Wild game to tune into the middle of. Yeah, okay, so look. Let me explain what's going on here. Let me see if I can actually pause this shit. Pause. So the idea of this game is the following. We're on this planet, and it sounds like we need to melt the polar ice caps. Is this... I don't know if there's ice marked on the map at all. Or if we just get... Oh, hey! Oh! Guys! I found it! Guys! Alright. We have discovered the world. Okay. So... Here's the gist of the game. The gist of the game is I am going to try to collect resources on Mars to build more complicated things that will allow me to collect more resources on Mars, that will allow me to build more complex things, and so on and so on and so on, until colonists start arriving. And colonists, you can kind of think of as just another resource, right? We have literal collected resources like aluminum. I drill this out of the ground. Silicon and iron. I drill this out of the ground. Colonists provide research, which lets me do more things. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to balance all of these collected resources with all of the producible resources. So for instance, if you collect water and you collect chemicals, you can use those together to create food for people. So really, I'm just trying to make a larger and larger base to do that. Some of the restrictions that I need to do is make sure that I have my little maintenance network. This is everything that can be maintained right now. And you can see all the stuff in green is the current health of things. Oh, is this carbon? Great. There's things like power. Does everything literally have power? What are the other ones? This is... I have these scanners that are just investigating nearby territories to try to let me know where there are resources. This is how I know that there's silicon here and here and here. Let's see, there's a shitload of silicon up there. And right now, the biggest problem that I'm having is, one, I want to make sure that I actually have enough food and water getting produced, because I have colonists that are coming to my planet in, looks like, actually in like just a sec. Colonists are coming in. So these colonists will be able to let me research more stuff, but I need to make sure that I have continuously growing water right here and here and here, and continuously growing, where is the food? Yeah, there's a food factory producing food. A danger that I have yet to encounter that will probably be a huge issue is the fact that if I go to this, like, initial steel factory, or, excuse me, this initial aluminum mine, I'm eventually going to run out of aluminum. Eventually. So I just used my research to unlock more structure capacity, because you have a limit to how many structures you can have. And the biggest issue I'm encountering is traffic. I have all these various worker hubs that allow me to do various things, but I am kind of running into an issue where all my storage has to go through this centralized thing here, which is this landing site. See, it has all my stuff that's stored on it there. And my little workers are getting exhausted. Very, very tired workers. And they've been working hard. I want to treat them nice. So right now I'm kind of looking at this. I feel like aluminum, silicon. Is there any more aluminum somewhere here? Is there any more nearby aluminum? It actually looks like no. So I really need to make sure my silicon and aluminum are continuing to come in. And when I get this extra storage, this will let me build a storage center. Storage center management enables the management of minimum and maximum quantities for storage centers and landing sites. Just make a terraforming factory. Yeah, how do we do that? Open sky. Whoa, holy shit. Okay. So I assume that as I'm growing and growing and growing in size, I'm going to hit some sort of critical limit.
The carbon dioxide released from the dry ice caps will greenhouse the planet and trigger a runaway effect. And Mars's sterile atmosphere will change forever. Once we reach that point, there is no turning back. Forever. Why does that sound so intriguing?
So where do I really want to expand to? So here's where there's a lot of aluminum. It looks like this is labeled as sort of silicon dense area, and we already see there's a lot of silicon. So I'm going to actually work my way over to this aluminum here, huh?
I am leaving a permanent trace. It may be selfish, but Mars will never be the same, and it will be because of me.
Kind of like spread my shit out a little bit like this. You know, just like typical hex grid stuff. Alright, so this is... Where's my power? Great, and I gotta build some electricity out to here. I'm gonna do some massive construction action, man. Oh, another worker hub. I'm gonna need batteries, man, or the next windstorm that shows up is going to destroy me. Man, that is white. That hurts my eyes. Provides extra storage within the base. Great. So what do we want? Improved roads? Improved road quality to allow faster travel? Let's research this.
Humanity's reasons for altering Mars are clear. But
Okay.
what is my purpose in all this? I am
Prove that I
causing
exist,
massive
of
and
course.
permanent change. It will stand as eternal proof that I existed. It is a selfish desire, and the presence of selfishness proves there is a self.
Storage centers. Let's start distributing stuff here. Okay, Huolong Colony Research Outpost. Report. We powered up the building using the MMEV's batteries. Consider a sweep. Our suspicions are that it's an abandoned habitat. that hosted the Hualong mission crew. The building remains in good condition. Put it back in operation, some of us moved in to explore more fully. Our biggest discovery of the day was a map that indicates the location of another facility over here. Alright, so this is core storage center stuff. Hey, thanks, Ghosty. Appreciate that. Oops. Cancel. Advanced audio properties. Bam. Uh-oh.
Hey, Amy. It's Elia. I can't believe what we found. It's an abandoned facility. Have you read the expedition log I sent yet?
Alright, I'm gonna put this over here.
What expedition log?
Oh, it's incredible. The research team did a great job. They noted everything they found at the abandoned colony. You've got to read it. I've uploaded it to your knowledge base, but I can give you the summary.
Alright.
That would be great, Elia.
Well, the facility was from the Hualong mission. It was a Chinese mission to terraform Mars in 2088. To this day, they deny its existence. Now we know their plan was to drop nuclear weapons on the poles and release enough greenhouse gases to warm the planet. China got pretty far with their space program. I've admired their ambition for a long time.
Iron. Aluminum. Alright.
What did the research team discover about the mission? The nuclear approach is a good plan, but it would have made Mars uninhabitable for a long time.
It was aborted before they detonated the first bomb. China's entire space program was put on hold when the famine struck. It took out almost half of the Asian continent. China allied with its neighboring countries to survive. And that's how the techies, the Eastern Coalition.
Uh-oh, the techies.
Now, it's taking all their focus to keep their continent in a habitable state. So they don't have much going on in the space department anymore. But we might be able to learn something from the nuclear silos they left behind. We found the location of one of them. I've uploaded the coordinates to your system. You can see it in your orbital view. The silo's located in SA9. I'll get authorization from ISA to explore this new sector.
Oh, whatever.
Whenever you think it's a good time to go, I'll send a research team.
Okay.
All right. I better get going on my EVAs. Talk to you later.
Alligator. Alright, so I'm right now just spamming stuff, right? I'm just trying to grow as much as I humanly possibly can. I think I have one food factory.
The mysterious ruins ended up being an abandoned colony, part of the Hualong mission, also known as Fire Dragon. I would like to have more information, but the records about the mission are very unclear. Some speculation about it, maybe, but nothing concrete.
I do not like this music right now. It feels so 90s, this music track, man. Alright, improved roads. How are we doing here? Right. Alright, so we have a bunch of storage centers. I think that this stuff can store whatever. Oh, close this. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. Investigate the abandoned silo. Where's the abandoned silo?
Upgrading the routes will allow my workers to move faster. Efficiency is key to our success.
Alright, did we do it? Oh no, we're... Hyperloop, baby. Oh, batteries. That's exactly what I need. I need batteries. Okay, so if we click this... Spaceport limit. Okay, so... Okay, where is this silo thing? Ah, got you. Gotcha. Okay, so let's think about what our next goals are. All right, let's set this to just 2x speed. So we have some electronics factories. I think I have both these carbon mines producing. I have some worker hubs. Storage center, great. I keep wanting to hit escape to close that menu. Alright, we need more power, which is fine. It's a maintenance facility, so let's just kind of extend our power out a little bit here, huh? Okay. Things are losing power. I think batteries are the next things that I want. Millibars. Create, let's see, bootstrapping. Create a runaway effect by sublimating CO2 deposits at the poles and raising temperatures to 50 degrees Celsius. Damn. Tris says, why not put solar panels next to each other, chat? Because they themselves do two things. One is they increase the overall power, but the other is that they sort of form a power grid. So you can see that when I click one of these, you see this orange outline. This orange outline is my current power access. Actually, I'm going to expand like this. Pole is way up north, huh? And what's this? What the shit? Biome? What? Oh, there's some explosions happening. Oh shit, that's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is tight. Okay, well, let's see here. So we have iron.
The Chinese government denied any existence of this mission. But how could they hide an entire Mars mission?
Food.
I imagine every single person involved in the project was silenced, voluntarily or not.
How much is this game? I think it's 30 bucks? 30 or 20? So there's more iron down there. Current demand, potential demand, current production, potential production. I suppose I will get this other power going. Okay. There's some aluminum there. I think the next thing to do is to just build more scanners, right? And the base has grown. Oh no, that is power. Tight. Alright, where's our worker hubs? I think I want to just start expanding down and left. think largely because there's this huge deposit of aluminum down here that I want to get to. And iron is down here. So let's make some worker hubs. So where are our worker hubs right now? So we want to make one here. We'll make another worker hub over here. Yeah, so I want more hubs over there. I don't know how to uncrowd or untraffic these sections. Looks like we're making not quite enough food, which we will super need to do. Okay. Because as the worker AI really starts to fall apart mid to late game, which is really annoying. Well, hopefully I can just improve these roads. Engineering, yeah. Jesus, the RP demand is fucking ridiculous. What? Okay. Core worker hub. These are ones that are under construction, so let's build another one here. I think this is the part of the game.
These miniature nuclear weapons were called microsuns.
Well,
The Martian sky lit up by all these microsuns would have been quite the view.
Because I think the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I have workers and power in every single section. And then once I have workers and power in every single section, that's when I just spam out all the mines, right? Workers, power, and scanners. We're about to get another scanner finished right here. This is what I really want, is this and this. So this is what is this? Scanner, active scanners, scanned areas 1%. Okay. Well, shit. You know, since I actually have power over here, I mean, I may as well just build some scanners. Scanner. Sure, like this. I think that this is the part where I'm starting to feel. This is the part where I worry about what the next 2 hours is going to be like. I'm going to compare this to Factorio, because Factorio is, I think, my favorite game that I've played this year, even though I was very late to the party on Factorio. It felt like as I was playing Factorio, I kept getting introduced to the next level of problem solving. Where, you know, early on there was really, really basic... God, what the hell am I trying to say? I just suddenly bricked all focus, so I'm going to take a break after this little spiel. Then we're going to keep playing Per Aspera. But I felt like early game in Factorio, there was a lot of, like, small attention paid to small numbers. You know, like to have enough coal going into all my burners, you know, focusing on this. And then you'd finally build electric mining drills that would be automating the collection, and smelters that would be automating the producing. And then you would finally get some research and you'd be like, okay, cool. And then you'd hit some big problem after that first early game phase of automating all the basic stuff. So you've automated all this stuff, and then you hit something where you're like, oh shit, I don't have enough iron. I'm running out of iron. So then you have to figure out some solution of like making a distant base with a train, setting the train up to be able to then deposit at the front of your iron line, and now you're getting that iron. Huh. And then you go, okay, well, if I ever run out of more iron, I can like build another base and then sort of like bring it over to here. Okay, cool. I've solved that problem of I automated my base. That's problem one. Problem two was I've now set up a distant iron to make sure I have enough iron. And then my problem three was like, how do I set up the next layer of complicated science that I'm trying to do? You start doing that, and then, oh shit, I need to do fluid processing. And once I've done, this fluid processing minigame puzzle that takes a long time to do, I'm trying to figure out how to make it work, then now it's on to like science level 5 and 6, and you start having to like really think about a larger network in play, right? It felt like there's these layers of complexity that just kept going and going and going and going. And at each phase, the sort of the backward-looking stuff you had sort of automated to the point of having taken care of it, and now you kind of had a new challenge. The issue I'm having right now that I'm seeing and feeling is that at this point, I was in a spot where I was carefully trying to think about which resource I needed and then get this, and now I can do that. And okay, now I need to make this new resource. How do I get that new resource? And just getting the next building. Like when the game said build a starport, and a starport needed what? A spaceport needed all these things. Okay, do I have enough for these things? Wait, I have to get food. I needed food. Okay, so to get food, I need to get water, and to make a water extractor, I need this. I had this process of trying to get all these buildings up. Now I'm at this point where I just feel like I'm spamming. I am spamming as fast as I can. I have no feeling of a new problem, of a new puzzle. It just looks like I'm going for more. So you see me being like, all right, I guess a scanner here and a scanner here, and smashing down a bunch of stuff here and getting a bunch of stuff here and getting a bunch of stuff here. I don't, and I like that feeling in Factorio of new problem, solve the problem, kind of close off the loop. Okay, cool. New problem, solve that problem, close off the loop, and I'm building layers on top of my previous solutions. I don't feel any solutions that I'm building on top of right now. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little tiny breaky where I am going to I'm going to take like 6 minutes, kind of like refresh my head. I think I'm a little dehydrated too. It's been very dry in SoCal. I'm going to get a little bit of water, rehydrate, and we're going to keep playing Per Aspera. It's going to be a good time.